Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hey, it's a little early, but happy Halloween, right, Amy
Yeah,
Sensei?
happy Halloween.
You're even wearing orange today.
Yes, of course. This is the Halloween color.
I'm not wearing orange or black. Those are the two Halloween colors,
Yes.
orange and black. I'm wearing green. I guess I'm like a stem on top of the pumpkin, right?
And I'm gonna be this.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we have been showing you this heavy pumpkin
It is
all
heavy.
week in the lessons, okay? But we're not going to guess how much it weighs. What are we going to guess, Amy Sensei?
Seeds this year.
How many seeds are inside this pumpkin?
Last year we did what?
How much the pumpkin weighs?
Yes, the weight.
But that was easy. Many people were very close. This time, maybe it's not so easy. Is there 1 seed? 10 seeds? 100 seeds?
Oh.
1,000 seeds? I hope there are not 1,000
No,
seeds, Amy
because we
Sensei.
have to count.
We do.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do today is carve this pumpkin, reach inside and pull out everything that's in there.
Yes.
To do this, we have a few tools. I have this bowl. I'm going to put the seeds and everything in here. And I also have, you have to be careful with mom and dad, grandma or grandpa.
If you like to make one for you.
And if you don't want to lose a finger, you
No.
should have a couple of knives, okay? The big knife is very good for cutting the top. Pumpkins are very hard. And the smaller knife is maybe good for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, okay? And if you want to be extra careful, maybe you can use a marker
That's a good idea.
and you can draw your face
yeah.
before you start cutting. First, you think, I'll have a small cute mouth, and you make a mistake. And then it becomes a big full mouth, and you make a mistake.
Oh, no.
And pretty soon, your jack-o'-lantern has a mouth this big,
Oh, that's fun too.
but it wasn't what you planned.
Okay.
So let's get started carving this pumpkin, and later, we'll count the seeds.
Oh yes, and I'm gonna let you know.
Who is closest? Let's find out.
Okay, are you ready, Jeff Sensei?
I'll do my best. I've carved a lot of pumpkins. It takes time and you have to be careful, okay? So, of course, the first thing we want to do when we carve a pumpkin is to carve the top. And that's because we have to take everything out and we have to cut the eyes, nose, and mouth on the pumpkin, okay? So for this, I'm going to use my big knife. I have to be very careful. These are kind of sharp, okay? And you want to cut, maybe about 5 centimeters around the stem, okay? You don't want to cut a perfect circle because if you cut a circle, it's very hard to tell how to put the stem and the top back on the pumpkin or your jack-o'-lantern, okay? So you just kind of cut it on angles, maybe a hexagon, 6 sides, octagon, 8 sides. But now, the moment of truth, the first cut. Count your fingers before and after. Make sure you still have 10. Here we go.
Be careful, Jeff Sensei.
I'm gonna be careful, Amy Sensei. Here we go. Our first cut's gonna go right here. And as you can tell, pumpkins are tough. There, that's our first cut. There's no going back now. I'm gonna make my second cut, and you're just going around the pumpkin, and you wiggle it a little bit, you get a longer cut this way, okay? And you can turn your pumpkin so that you can make your next cut. So that's 3. It's probably going to take 7 or 8 cuts, I think. So here's our next cut. Oh, that was a very hard spot on this pumpkin. Let me see, that's 4 cuts. And here's cut number 5. And number 6. Oh boy, what a tough old pumpkin. I think I make this one a little longer here. There we go. Looking pretty good so far, no big mistakes.
That's good.
Yeah, I still have all my fingers. There we go. That connects, and I think just one more cut here. Right there. Okay. Okay, now, if you have a nice strong knife, you can kind of put it in here and pry this up a little bit.
Oh wow, look everybody. Whoops.
Let's quick, count them. You don't have time to count them. Okay, so I have some paper. You can have some paper. This is an old paper bag of Echo, okay? I put this on the table so we don't make a huge mess. And now what you want to do is you want to cut this off, and I'll put it in the bowl because we don't want to lose any seeds. We want to count the seeds perfectly.
We have to count all of them.
Yep. So I hold the stem, and I give a little cut here.
Oops.
Okay, pretty good, not perfect. I can cut it and trim it a little more. Sorry about your table, Emmy Sensei.
Oh no.
I mean your cutting board. Okay, there. That's pretty good right there. Now, here's a trick I'll teach you. I found the way to put this back on here perfectly, okay? But if you take your marker and you put one dot on the top of your jack-o'-lantern and then match it on the pumpkin there, you can just match the dots and you don't have to spin it around and try to figure out how to put the top on.
Would you please put all of these seeds in the bowl?
I sure will. Here we go. Yucky, already slimy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you are a very healthy person, you can always take this off here and put your glass inside and pull out some pumpkin juice. Ah, there we go.
What?
I'm just kidding, it's orange juice. I'm thirsty. Just a minute.
Oh.
Oh, that's better.
No orange juice inside of the pumpkin, everybody.
Do you want to see? Look. It's kind of yucky. It kind of looks like pumpkin cobwebs.
Wow.
Are you counting? Are you counting the seeds? Stop, that's cheating. Okay, so now comes,
It smells good.
it does smell good. I like the smell of raw pumpkin. I like cooked pumpkin too, and I like pumpkin pie.
Pie.
Now, here's the messy part. You want to have nice wet cloth here for this, or some paper towels like I have, because I'm going to put my hand inside this cold, slimy, kind of yucky pumpkin.
Go, Jeff Sensei.
Emmy Sensei goes first, yay!
Why? No, thank you. You should do that. Thank you, Jeff Sensei.
Okay. Oh, it is very cold inside there.
Really?
Yeah, and look at, first I took
Whoa.
out a bunch of seeds.
Yeah, show them.
You see these slimy wet seeds, everybody?
Oops,
Oh,
you dropped one.
we have to get that one back, Emmy Sensei.
Yeah.
Don't lose
Where
it.
is it?
We'll find it later.
Okay, okay.
I promise we'll find it. Okay. So, seeds in the bowl. And some more. These are called the strings, right? Like take out all the strings. Yeah. Look, I'll give you a hint, guys.
Third one.
There are quite a few seeds in here.
Uh-huh.
You know, some years pumpkins have more seeds. Some years they have fewer seeds. But this looks like
Wow.
a lot of
full
seeds
pile.
this year, guys.
Okay.
Okay. It is very slimy.
I'm counting that's a fifth pile.
Yeah, like a fifth handful of seeds here.
Uh-huh.
And there are more.
Really?
There are quite a few more. All right. Now, I'm not going to get every seed right now. We can do that later. And probably I can't get every string.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint about these strings. If it's really difficult to pull them out, you can use a big spoon and kind of scrape
Oh.
the inside of the pumpkin, and that helps get the strings out. Also, if you use a candle, after it burns in there for a little while, the strings are kind of dry and break off easily. So
We have to clean inside of the
we
pumpkin,
do,
right?
but we're not going to do it perfectly right now.
Okay.
And wow, there are still more and more and more seeds in this. It's
Look at the bowl, everybody.
getting not full, but more and more seeds in there. Okay.
You know what? We have to count all of them, Jeff Sensei.
I know. That's gonna take some time.
That's gonna be fun, I think.
It will be fun. First, Emmy Sensei should count them, and then I'll count them, and then we'll
Later.
see if we have the same number.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I've got almost all the seeds out of here. I'd say there are probably 50 more seeds in there. Maybe. Well, that's a hint.
Well,
That gives you an idea, right? Like how many seeds are in here. But I've got most of them out here, and wow, look at that.
Wow, strings.
It's kind of
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Kinda yucky. right. Now you have to be careful.
Look at it.
I know, right? You have to be careful because the pumpkin makes your hands slippery, okay? So if you just pick up the knife and start carving, you could slip with the knife and maybe cut yourself.
You have to wash your hands while you feel really sticky.
Yeah, about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago in Omura Park, I was carving a pumpkin, making a jack-o'-lantern, and
I remember that.
You remember that?
Oh yeah.
I cut my little finger kind of deeply, but I couldn't show anything because
everybody was watching.
everybody was
just
watching me, right? So
carving.
I just kept working, but afterwards I had to take care of my finger a little bit. Okay, we're going to call that good. This is why you have to wash your hands. Ugh. I look like I got zombie hands here. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little paper towels here and wipe my hand off.
And of course, some
that.
seeds inside will count everything. So
Yeah,
please
inside
don't worry, okay?
Maybe just 20 seeds are left inside them, maybe. Okay, so I think that should do it. Look what it did to the paper towel. Yuck, right? But it's fun and it washes right off, so you don't have to worry about having orange hands at school for a week or something. Okay, that would be interesting. Okay, so we don't need the top right now. One thing you want to do when you're going to carve your pumpkin is kind of look at the shape and try to decide which side will make the best face, right?
Okay.
So like this side has some marks from growing and laying on the ground. It's also a little flat from laying on the ground while it's growing. So I don't think this is the best side, okay? Also this side is a little bit lower and this side is a little bit higher, right? So when you make your eyes, nose, and mouth, it gives you a little more room. You don't want your mouth to be right on the ground, okay? So I think this side is probably the best side.
Nice size.
And it's good, right?
Yeah.
Now I have to turn this toward me because I can't reach over the pumpkin and carve it. I like to start with the eyes and I'll show you each one.
Do you want to draw?
Oh yeah, we
eyes
can do
and
that.
mouth,
We can do
yeah.
that. That's a good idea, Vicente, because I might make a mistake. And it kind of gives you an idea about your balance. Okay, I'm going to make kind of a traditional shape jack-o'-lantern. Some people are really good at this and they can make like really nice faces and everything. I keep mine kind of simple, to be honest with you. All right, so I've got 2 eyes. And I like to stick with triangles. And now my nose is not very good, but you can change it with the knife a little bit, okay? So I'll make another line. And then the mouth, let me see. I'm gonna go kind of, I'm going to try to be fancy. I'm gonna try to give him one big tooth in the middle.
Okay.
But no promises because it often changes as I'm trying to make this. Okay.
Show it to the students.
I will.
please.
Now,
Yeah,
this is just a rough idea.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so this is how I hope it'll look, right? Maybe like this, but
Yeah,
I can't promise anything because if I make a mistake with my knife, it could completely change his face.
It has a big mouth.
Yeah, he does. But this is going to be kind of, if you make a mistake, it's okay, it's more original. Yeah, that's it.
That's
All right, so let's go with our smaller knife now.
Be careful, please.
Keeping your hands clear of the knife blade because it really takes some power to push this through, okay? All right, so we're making the first cut for the eye. I like to use a triangle shape. It's easier to cut than obviously a circle or a square. All right, so I'm cutting the first eye. And look at that, popped right out.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So you'll notice that the outside becomes bigger than the inside, right? Because like your knife is kind of at an angle, but you can use your knife and make that a little bigger, okay? So let's do the second eye. And hopefully that goes as easily as the first eye. Again, safety, safety, safety. Making our cuts. That's 2 sides of the triangle.
Be very careful.
Yeah, I like to just wiggle it. Kind of goes a little slower.
Okay.
Whoops!
Oh.
Right into the fireplace, almost.
Oh.
Woo!
No seed with it?
That was close. No, we're good. We're good.
Good.
All right, so 2 eyes.
Good.
We're getting there. Now let's take care of the nose. Working from top to bottom. And again, you can kind of change the shape after you get done making all your cuts. If you want the eyes to be a little bit bigger, if you look at it, okay? Or you can't make it smaller. That's a little difficult. But you can always try to make it a little bit bigger. My nose right now, I can tell you, is a little bit bigger than I drew it.
Okay.
That's okay. Again. Whoops.
Oh, you
I'll
dropped
get you
it
later.
again.
That's okay. An artist cannot be interrupted while
Okay.
he's working.
All
There.
right.
We have a nose.
Good.
And now for the mouth, since it's down low, I like to kind of turn the pumpkin like this.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not stable. Is that okay?
No, but I'm gonna hold it really tight
Okay.
and hopefully we'll be okay.
All right.
All right.
Slowly,
Slowly,
slowly.
slowly. Remember, this is with mom or dad, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't try this at home alone.
No.
Okay. And again, I'm not following the lines exactly,
That's okay.
but it's close.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it's close.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin's mouth turn out exactly the way I drew it. It just never happens that way. Now I'll switch to my smaller knife here. I think that's even sharper than the big one.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm trying to give him one kind of tooth here. Kind of a silly green kind
Big
of thing.
tooth or
I
sharp?
think it's gonna be like
Okay.
a big old flat, silly tooth.
Okay.
There we go. We're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Oh, making a mouth now.
Trying hard. Go up a little bit here like
It's
this.
a
Wiggle,
big
wiggle,
mouth,
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
everybody.
And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I don't think it's very balanced, but
That's
that's okay.
It's fun, so.
It is. Now, I've cut out all the mouth, but instead of trying to take it out in one piece, I like to just make a couple of cuts like this.
Oh,
And that way you can take the mouth out in several pieces.
okay.
Especially if you're like doing a tooth or something so you don't break the tooth.
Right.
All right, so I made a few cuts like that and then I'll just reach
Push
in
it out. Yeah,
Pop
good.
that out.
Uh-huh.
and...
Good.
Ugh.
So.
He just got sick. And then pop this out. And then this out.
All right.
Yucky.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna do a little dental work here. Trim his tooth up a little bit. There we go. A little cross bottom. Perfect.
Wow.
Kind of perfect. Change the shape of this side of his mouth a little bit. There. Hey, you know what, Emmy Sensei? It turned out kind of okay.
Good.
All right. I recommend using a whiteboard marker if you're going to make marks on your pumpkin face because that way they wash off
they'll
easily.
Stay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what do you think? A sharp tooth or a flat tooth, Emmy Sensei?
It's just as it's just okay.
Okay.
I don't want you to break.
Yeah, I don't want to break it. Okay. There.
Oh.
Not bad.
Good. It's funny.
He looked happy. He's kind of a happy one-tooth jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
And again, we have to clean up some of these strings and everything. Now they're really easy to get to.
You mean clean inside, right?
Yeah, take
Uh-huh.
those out of there.
Okay, and then if you want to, you can put the candle or light inside.
Or an electric light or anything. You can get something from Daiso and put it in there, something easy, right?
Yeah.
But essentially, that is how you carve a jack-o'-lantern.
Good.
And you're only limited by your imagination and your time. You can make it really super nice or really simple, like my pumpkin, my
Good.
jack-o'-lantern now.
That's nice, Joseph.
Thank you
And
very much.
let's show them the nice, perfect one later.
Yeah.
Okay?
Perfect, Gunnar. It's good enough. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Plenty of seeds and pumpkin pieces. Oh, look, 3 seeds right there. Look at that. Wow, I almost dropped it. You see that mess?
Wow.
We have to count that.
All
Yuck.
right.
And they're very slippery.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, we are back. We look a little different, don't we, Emmy Sensei? Emmy Sensei is cookies.
Yes, I am.
2 small cookies, 1 big cookie. And I am milk. Together, we're cookies and milk. We go well together.
Okay.
Now, we finished carving our jack-o'-lantern and we cleaned it up a little bit inside. I don't think it's perfect, but it looks pretty good. And we also put a candle inside, okay?
Can you see it?
Yeah, like I said, you can put a light in there. That's kind of safe, right? Or a candle if you want a candle. And this jack-o'-lantern is ready to go outside on Halloween night.
At the front door area.
Yeah, put it outside your front door and it's gonna glow in the dark. It's going to be a nice Halloween decoration for your house, okay?
And if you have a chance to make your own,
Yeah, if you want to carve a pumpkin at home, that's great, right?
yeah, and why don't you upload on Padlet?
Yeah, put your picture on Padlet. Even if you don't carve a pumpkin, okay? You can just draw a picture, color a picture,
Yes.
any kind of Halloween picture that you want to make, please upload it to Padlet. We'd be happy to see it,
Yeah,
right?
of course, everybody will be happy to see it.
You bet. Everyone, we wish you a happy Halloween, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the next lesson.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.